Now we are going to paint the banks. So this is the first one we're going to paint. So basically it's just, we'll ignore this one. 1, 2, 2 trees, and then this big one with no leaves. And then we've got this bank coming down here, and I might simplify that. So here we go. So this needs to be a strong mix. At the same time, the tops of the trees need to be lighter than the bottom ones, because they're the bottom of the trees, because the top is catching the sunlight, and so it's going to be a bit warmer, a bit lighter, and that means a bit more of a reddy purple. Luckily we've got our scrap paper so we can practice. So I think that's okay, but I just need more, a bigger mix. Okay, a bit redder. Okay, and then we need our push down and twist. Look at that compared to that. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so next we have to think about the height. So the first tree is about here, and the second one is here, and it's going to come down to here. So here we go. And remember, the hairs very quickly start coming together, and we don't want that. Not yet anyway, not for this top part. So really twist them. So you are probably damaging the brush doing this little by little, but these are very strong brushes and it gives you the effect that you're looking for. There, that's brilliant. Now this is drying very quickly, so I want to spray it. Spraying quite a lot, really getting it wet. Now we're going to do a thicker and darker wash. So more blue, more red, more blue. This needs to be a bit bluer in colour, and I'm going to apply that in quite a slapdash fashion. There we go. And now quickly I'm going to add that tree with no leaves. So I need a thickish mix, and it's going to be like a 1, 2. So let's try 1, and I'm doing it quickly, 2, because it gives you this lovely edge, this rough edge. So this is a bit different to the original tree I did, but doesn't matter. And then a few thick branches, and you have to be careful that they're not parallel, because that doesn't look natural, and that will ruin your painting if you do a bad tree. Made a mistake there, and I'm hiding it by doing that. Oh, that's looking quite nice. So then the next bit, maybe one more here, is to do lots of these. So here we go. This is where we go a little bit crazy. Oh, I should have had a few branches in here as well. A bit late for that. And this is drying super quick. So we haven't finished here, so I'm spraying like mad to keep this bottom bit wet. And here we go. Yeah, in watercolor painting sometimes you have to move very quickly, but if you can keep things wet, it gives you more time. So the spray bottle really is a godsend. There we go. I'm really happy with that. So now let's do this bank, and I'm going to make it a bit warmer and light because it's the top of the bank we're doing first. And just have to think about we're going to have one bit here, and then we're going to have another one maybe about here, and that maybe came out a bit too far. And as we go into the distance, they're going to get smaller. So there is a bit of perspective there, and I might have that bank coming out like that. That's really nice. Sometimes it all comes together and sometimes it all falls apart. So now I'm doing a really dark mix, and let's check that. Yeah, already is dark. This bit's in shadow. Yeah, and then there might be something like that. There we go, and that gives a little feeling of grass, and we can spray that for a little bit of texture. And then we want to do some reflections in the water. So don't be too fussy with this. You want to try and keep the lines as horizontal as possible, but that can be tricky. Easier said than done, and I'm not too happy with that, so what I'm going to do is hide it. There you go, hiding that, and I'll have another go at that. Just do up here as well. So I'm doing a kind of zigzaggy pattern. Yep, and I think that works. Just spray it one more time. Ideally, I would let this dry a little bit more and then spray it. But obviously that means you've got to wait for that, and that's a bit boring. So I'm just telling you what I would do. I'd let that dry for about another minute, and then when it's not completely dry, spray it one more time. And what I'd be hoping for is some little what would you say, little bits where the water has touched the paint and made the paint move, and it gives it a lovely texture. So please have a go at that. So that's looking quite nice. Let's leave it to dry.